What up, everybody? Today is the third episode of Basha Table Talk, our lowest budget sports podcast here at the Basha Bear Network. Today, though, we got a little bit of a budget increase. We got this nice set all up in the gym. That's because we're joined here by two very special guests, Will and Sam Zanoni. These guys are huge stars over on Basha Basketball. It's a pleasure to have them, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir.
Gavin, what can we expect in today's episode with these special guests here?
Now, we're obviously going to interview guys about how your season went, how it's been playing for Basha, and we're going to give some hot takes, some of your guys' hot takes from Basha students themselves, and I think it's going to be some spicy stuff for you guys today.
I definitely think so. But before we get into the meat of today's episode, guys, if you are looking to sponsor here on Table Talk, we are open for advertising space. If you're interested or know somebody or a company who might reach out to us on Twitter or Instagram at the Basha Bear Network, we can make a commercial for you, put up a little ad, whatever you guys want. We're open to anything. And so that, once again, is at our Basha Bear Network Instagram and Twitter. I'm excited, Gavin. I'm real excited because do you know what time it is?
I think I do, Jayden.
Gavin, it's time for the Burnt Bear Take of the Week. All right, Gavin, what is your hot take of the week? What is your one take that nobody's expecting?
Now, this may be a popular take. It's nothing new. It's been going on for generations now, but seeing your shirt today really made me think of it, and I'm sorry I can't agree with you. MJ is the GOAT.
Oh, goodness.
MJ's the GOAT, undisputed.
This early, we're getting into something like that.
I've been meaning to talk about this for a while, Jayden.
Okay, but I have a lot to say. So before guys, is MJ the GOAT or is it LeBron?
Yeah, MJ's the greatest of all time.
They play basketball. I feel like they should know,
too.
right?
I think that longevity does not mean that LeBron's the GOAT just because of how long he's played.
I mean, think about it. Kareem also played that long.
Yeah.
Okay, but you got to think about other things like, he's the leading scorer of all time. Okay, he's won 3 finals.
MJ's up there.
He's been the more.
MJ won 6.
And I think, given that it's a team sport, finals are up there, right? You got to win a few champs to have some ground to stand on. But
6 for 6.
Look, on a team sport, you can't be all about the finals, right? You got 4 other guys out there.
Hey, like MJ said, there's an I in win.
He did not say that.
He said that. He said that.
There's an I in win.
Yeah, that's all it took.
Look, I don't think there's anybody like LeBron out there, and I think we saw earlier this week against the Clippers, his huge comeback. Yeah, there was, 11 minutes left in the fourth. They were down by 20-something. They put the King back in. He goes out there. He makes a comeback. The coach had a crazy statement after the game. He was talking about how he knew he looked at LeBron with 11 minutes left. He's like, all right, I know he's going to put his superhero cape on. I know he's going to whip it out
come
under
on,
his
man.
chair.
Come on.
And I was like,
come on.
You know what, bro? That's the
guy.
King. That's what he does.
Hey, he may be the king, but he's not the GOAT.
So did you happen to
GOAT.
watch the Last Dance documentary on Michael Jordan? Because I think that solidified him as the GOAT.
No way.
Yes,
wait
man.
for the LeBron documentaries.
I think LeBron will be great.
When he retires in 15 years?
He's going to retire after Bronny goes into the league with him.
If Bronny goes in the league, man, he ain't playing that
Nah,
good.
because I think whoever drafts Bronny is pretty much getting LeBron.
Yeah,
so
you're
he's
basically
obviously
drafting
gonna.
2
So
players.
they're gonna draft Bronny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's gonna make them so much money and everything. So
yeah, you're basically getting LeBron at that point. Like,
Yeah.
you're getting 2 or 3 years of LeBron. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
I think this is the best he's played in 6, 7 years right now.
I think Cleveland LeBron though. I mean, I don't know, because Miami LeBron, he was incredible, but when he led the team so many finals.
He had his
Yeah.
villain arc when he went to Miami, and then when he came back home to Cleveland, he just wanted to bring him a title.
I think that his second best player was J.R. Smith, man.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
it was
even Kyrie, because he would be injury prone.
Yeah.
What is it? What's his name? Kevin Love too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up there, but he's not that good, right?
And it's hard because we've never seen Jordan play, so it's hard for us to make an argument. But
different eras.
Yeah.
Maybe that honestly is the root of the GOAT debate. Is it's not greatest of all time, but greatest of
their era. Yeah.
Exactly.
And honestly, GOAT is such a weird term because if you're the greatest of all time, there should be no dispute ever, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like in every sport, every 10, 15 years, there's always a guy that you're like, whoa, this guy could be the GOAT. Just like Mahomes and Brady, you know?
well, that one is definitely Brady.
Yeah, but if Mahomes
But now
keeps
there's
doing what he's
debates,
doing,
Mahomes
so,
is getting there, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. See? So, greatest of all
Yeah.
time, man. It should be undisputed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. I'll never fully agree with you guys now. I do think, though, that Jordan is one of the best, and I don't think we'll ever see somebody like him again. But you got to give Bron some credit. Guy's almost 40 years old.
Yeah, credit's due for him.
Yeah.
Playing
At
his
higher
heart
than
out.
guys who are 22,
Yeah.
23, man. It's crazy.
I'll end it on this, though, with Bron. I think that when Bronny does make the league, Whether he deserves to make the league or not, I think is a question that we can ask down the road. I think he's going to make the league just because of the name and the family ties.
Yeah.
I think we will see LeBron play at a different caliber when Bronny's in the league. Because imagine that. You're on a team with your son. You got maybe 1-2 years tops left in the league. You got to win a chip with your son. I mean, that's crazy.
And it's just like the name brand, like profit you get off it. Like it's a deal.
Sure.
So
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us on our Burnt Bear take of the week. Gavin with the spicy take as always. I feel like that's a bit of an old head take. Definitely some of the older audience.
I just like
will agree
sparking
with
it
him.
up, you know?
Yeah. Now, guys, I've had a brief introduction to you, but tell us more about yourself and tell us your names first and tell us just kind of where you guys came from.
Yeah, so my name is Will Zanoni, senior here at Basha, played basketball all 4 years, was on varsity 3 years. We come from North Carolina, was there for maybe around like 5 years, moved to Texas. We started playing ball when we were like, 4 or 5 years old.
Wow, starting young.
So we've been playing for a while. Moved here in 4th grade, went to Payne, went 26-0 there, won 2 championships. So we know what it's like to win, and then came here, had some 3 straight 20-win seasons. So we've done a lot here.
Yeah, I mean, our high school experience has been great here. You know, basketball has been so much fun. Although, you know, we didn't get to win state, I just felt like we've created so many friendships and memories that, you know, we're forever grateful for.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Well, first off, I want to congratulate you guys on such a great high school career.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys, right, like you just said, you didn't come up with the championship in the end, but as corny and cliche as it is, it's not always about the destination. It's about the journey, how you grow as a basketball player, what friendships you make, and what knowledge you can take away.
Yeah, and just life lessons in general, just hard work, all that good stuff. You can take it away from here.
Yeah.
I think this question, though, here is something that everybody has to know, and I'm sure as twins, every single twin out there has been asked before. How do you guys tell other people that, oh, hey, I'm Will, and no, I'm Sam? Well, how do you guys keep each other separate?
So, like, growing up, we used to be the exact same person. We actually have an older brother who's at GCU, and everyone thought we were triplets. But now it's a lot less like we're alike. I mean, if you've never met us before and we're side by side, you'd think that, you know, we were twins. You couldn't tell us apart. But he's a little more taller. I have the more like longer like mullet type hair. He has like the taper.
Yeah.
And just like. Once you start like getting around us more, it's pretty simple to tell us apart.
So what really stuck out like as kids is like we looked so alike, but Will has a freckle right here, and people would realize like Will, there's a dot on the eye, so the freckle, but that was still kind of hard. But like as you get older, you know, he's a little like stronger and bigger than I am, but I'm a little taller, so like there's just little things. But like sometimes we don't even care. You can just call us like I'll respond to Will because I'm so used to it.
So used to it, yeah.
So you can either that or you just call us twin. Like we don't really, you know what I mean? Like we're so used to getting called the opposite name, or we don't really even care anymore.
And you said you got an older brother at GCU. Is he play basketball right there right now?
No, he's a big golfer though.
Golfer.
He's a big golfer. Yeah.
So he doesn't play for the team, but he's like worked a golf job and he plays golf nonstop. So he's a big golf guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of a sports switch up in the family. We got 2 hoopers and then a golfer. Nothing wrong with that. Just a little different. Do you guys have any other siblings, younger siblings?
Yes, we have one younger sibling. He goes to Gilbert Christian. He plays basketball there.
Is he following in your footsteps?
You know, he really wants to. He just doesn't realize it's a lot of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's still trying to figure out his his sport that he wants to play. So
it'll come over time, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
And while in Basha, what's like something that you guys realized with this team, with this group of characters, right? You know, Mason, you've played with him for 2 years now, same as Elijah, but mainly your other seniors. So, you know, Christian, we've got Zaya, and then some of the seniors even from last year, like Tyler Lawley. What was it like knowing those guys?
So it was a great experience. You know, we like one thing I could say about our team is we always got along. We never had fights. Like we just loved being around each other. And I think the best thing is that like we all just kind of clicked. Like we had our, you know, our shooters, we had our, you know, rebounders, we had the guys that could go like Mason and Zaya. You know, so we just had like everything. So it was just like a great team to be around.
Yeah, I'd say that. You know, we got into some trouble with each other. But we definitely clicked. We definitely just were like enjoyed being around each other a lot, and you know that's what we're gonna carry on as these relationships. But I think what he's saying is right. You know, we have like Mason, Zaya, they can just go get a bucket. You know, you got Elijah around the rim. We got our shooters. Like we really had a lot. I mean, maybe you could say we were undersized just a bit for teams like Perry and teams like that. But I think that we had everything we needed, but we just couldn't execute at the end. But also decide like we won like 22 games, 21 games.
You guys are up there every year.
Yeah, and in a real hard schedule. I mean, we played some of the best teams in California over Christmas break.
Hardest division in the state. So
yeah. So we accomplished a lot. We're excited for what we did.
Now I have to ask this as well. When you make brothers with all the guys on the team, what's it like off the court with them? Are you hanging out with them, or is it purely just basketball?
So what we do a lot is like after like every like win we get, we'd always go like Chick-fil-A or something like that. We do go over each other's house often and just like hang out. It's not just like we see each other on the court and then we don't see each other again. Like we're maintaining good relationships, talking, then hanging out after too. So
yeah, no, it's we do a lot of hanging out out of school. Like this year we did some community service together. Like we just do a lot of fun things. We go out to eat. Just go hang out at the mall. You know what I mean? So we just do a lot of fun things together. So yeah. Is
Chick-fil-A always the place to go after a good game?
Yeah, it's usually either that or In-N-Out, but usually we go to Chick-fil-A.
What's the order?
So I always get a 12-count nugget with a large fry, a drink, and a milkshake.
I'm a grilled nugget guy, so
Oh,
this is what I do. So I'll get like an 8-count or 12-count grilled nugget, and then I'll get like a 6-count normal, and then I'll just get a large fry.
So it's like mix and match. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the reasoning? I'm sorry if I'm
I don't know. Like my mom's always just been honest about just like being like healthier, and so like grilled nugget is like a healthier option, and like I enjoy it just as much. So get some ranch with it or ketchup. I enjoy it. So.
Is there anybody on the team who just had like a disgusting order? You're like, dude, what's wrong with you?
I feel like everyone is just like chicken sandwich, spiced chicken sandwich, nuggets. So
that's what I am. I'm a number one plain with no pickles.
Yeah.
I don't like pickles. So if I get a chicken sandwich, no pickles. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get pickles on it.
For us over here at the Bashmere Network, some of us we like to go to Popeyes after a game. Chill out at Popeyes, whatnot, have some chicken there.
Yeah.
And earlier this year, we were there after a game, and we saw Koa Pete and the Pumas. They were all there. And they were talking some smack to us, right? It was after a game, so we still had, like, our Basha attire on and whatnot. And they're like, oh, you guys aren't going far this year. Oh, you guys are going to lose the Sunny Slope, whatever. They're talking a bunch of smack, right? Did that ever happen with you guys? You're at a dinner, you see a rival team, and there's, like, some beef there between you two?
I mean, nah, like we'd see pair there sometimes. But, like, the thing is, like we're, like, cool with, like, all these guys. Like, we've known them for so long. Like, it's like off the court we're like boys, but like on the court it's definitely like a much more like rivalry.
Yeah, for sure. Like when especially in our region where you play these guys 2 to 3 times a year for the past 3-4 years, like you kind of just like grow relationships with people, and so it's like obviously like what our coach says, like off the court you can be brothers, all that, but once you get on the court it's like all competition, and so we definitely feel that way. But yeah.
There's nobody you guys were ever like enemies with? All friends with all of them?
I mean, there's people that we like disliked. Like I wouldn't like especially disliked on the court. Like we didn't really see too many people to be honest. Like it's really just like because like Chandler and Hamilton basketball was terrible.
There's just no point of like even trying to say.
Like why start a rivalry? Like
because we're gonna beat them by 30. Whether like either way. So
in the off season, when you guys play club, if you do play club. Did you ever play with any of the other guys from other teams on your club teams?
Yeah, so we would play with a kid from Perry. We played with a couple kids from Desert Ridge. We'd play against just a bunch of everyone around the valley.
You kind of see like everyone everywhere, so it's like definitely like we've played with Zaya pretty much ever since 6th grade, so we really got to like grow with Zaya a lot and play a lot with him, and then like Will said, like I don't know if you know Barron on Perry. We played with him for a while since 6th grade, and then also a couple of our friends from Desert Ridge and just
played with Nico for a bit when he was playing club. So that was fun.
What are you guys going to do now that you're going off to college? Are you going to continue playing basketball or just focus on your career in life?
Yeah, so we're both going to go to Baylor University and study business there. I mean, we've had some thoughts on maybe walking on, but I think we'll probably just do intramural there, just like live a college life. Mm-hmm. I mean, who's to say? Like, who knows? In 4 months, it might change where we want to walk on, but I mean, you never know. So we'll just take life one day at a time.
I definitely want to try like flag football too, pickleball, all that fun stuff.
You guys got to get on pickleball. Let me tell you, I've been playing that on the weekends.
Yeah,
dude, there's nothing like it. Right? It's a sport that,
and the weather's great right now too. So I'm sure you're.
Dude. It's
getting
nice
tan,
It's a sport too that, like, unlike basketball, and sorry if I offend any professional pickleball players out there, it doesn't require too much effort. Like, it's just kind of like
just a fun game.
And it's just like chill, peaceful. It's not like all this like stressful, like packed crowd. Just
exactly.
like watching every move. Yeah,
chill, little laid back pickleball. There's nothing like it.
Right.
You on that yet, Gavin?
I'm not on pickleball yet, man. I have not found time to go.
I remember playing it back in like 7th, 8th grade, but it's been a while.
Yeah. If there's one favorite memory that you guys had during high school, what would it be?
So I would say, I'll just give a rundown of like my top 3. So my first one was against sophomore year against Maricopa. We played them in the first playoff game, and it was about like 3 minutes left, and I hadn't had a dunk all year, and like I think there was only one dunk the whole year, which is a lot different from what we see now because we have Elijah Mason.
Yeah.
And I went down, stole the ball, and I went and did a one-hand flush, man, and the crowd went crazy. So that was probably my first one. The second one, or like probably just the other memories, are just like our summer trips. Like we had a lot of good trips. Like I remember going into my junior year, we went to San Diego State for a tournament, and like just like the games there, but also just going to the beach with the boys, going out to eat, all that, and the hotel fights, with the water guns, all that was so much fun. So I would just say, honestly, just hanging out with the boys, like at the hotel and everything, probably the best memories you made.
Yeah, I think senior night was a great time, just walking out with the family and getting a big win.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, not really close, but and then beating Perry was just like what better is there? Like we haven't beat those suckers in what 5 years. Off, and the last one was like a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
So it was awesome beating that was like our Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then just like the summer trips, going to San Diego, going to Washington, like we'll remember those memories. I mean, playing great teams, like Section 7 was always fun. Playing the Cardinal Stadium. We ended up playing Harvard Westlake, who's like the best team in California. I mean, they won the whole California championship last year.
Wow.
And so we ended up, I think, losing them only by like 8 or 9. So that was just a real fun game. You have like the college, like every college scout there just watching us. So we're gonna miss those, but those are definitely memories.
You mentioned Perry there, Will, so I got to ask on that. Beating them, you said you described it as your Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How much preparation and work went into beating Perry finally right at the end of your senior season?
Yeah, so it was funny because, like, we knew last year, like we would have to play a great game. They'd have to play bad for us to beat them because, like, they had Cody Williams too. Like, there's just not much you can do with that. And then the first time we lost to them, it was close, like, at half. Like, we were beating them. But then we just had a bad third quarter. So it's like we knew we could beat these guys. Like, it's not like this is just some like team that like you just can't stop. Like, we knew we could beat them, and like like what better thing to do than in one of the last regular season games to beat them at your own home court. And so we knew what they were about. We knew that Koa was the theme of that offense, and like Nolan Brown, no. So we locked in. Mason played a great game. Sam played real good off the bench too, and we won. Like, it was just so exciting and just awesome to experience.
And like one of the things, like when you play a team so much, like the preparation, like it's there, but like you already know what they're about. You know what I mean? Like, just like you play them 2-3 times a year, so like what's gonna happen, what they're gonna do. So it's more just like executing when you get in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you manage your spirits and like your hopes, your confidence? Right, you guys got up big early. And then Perry started to close the gap near the end of the game.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself from getting down?
Yeah, what I would say is like we built up that lead doing good things. You know what I mean? So like the third quarter, like obviously everyone was like just in shock because like they came out firing. But like our coach, I don't know if you saw, he came, snapped the clipboard, so that kind of brought us like, hey, we need to get it going. So like we just took it possession by possession. I think we were just kind of just like. We were up 12 at half, which we hadn't done before. So, like, we were, like, super hype. I think we just didn't look at the long run. So, we just took it play by play, and then ended up working out.
Yeah, I agree with him. Just staying calm. We knew the result we wanted, and so we just had to execute and, make the right plays.
That changed it all. And I know it's a sore topic, but going into the quarterfinal games 2 nights ago.
So, are you saying the semifinal against Perry?
Semifinal, my bad.
So that game, it's definitely hard because you're playing in a very big gym. We've played 2 games there this year for Hoop Hall, and Koa just had a great game. Like, at some point, like, you just gotta like tip your hat and say we we were down low 1 at half. Like we got to a bad start and then and got the lead back to 1 at half, and we were real confident because we put the pressure on them, and then they started easing away a bit after the third, and then fourth is just went from there. Like we were. Our offense was getting stagnant.
Just we're getting back in transition, I'd say.
Yeah.
Just like stupid mistakes.
Just like a perfect storm was happening. And, tip your hats to them. They played hard. I think Ko had like 35 points.
Yeah,
like
it was something crazy like that.
Something, 35 and 16. Like, I mean, that's just pro numbers. Like,
there's a reason he's an NBA prospect
Yeah.
right now.
I think you guys still did a great job, though, for the majority of the game playing Koa, right? He's not going to be a player where you hold to, like, under 5 points, no matter how good you are.
Yeah, and that's what's hard because, like props to Jacob. Like, he battled, his ass off. But, at some point, like, he's 6 foot, Koa's 6'8". If he gets it down at the block, like, game's over. Like, he's going to score that.
I remember it was like one of the last plays of the game, and I saw him driving, and he was going to go dunk it. So I tried slapping him as hard as I could, and like he could still just bring it up and dunk it. It just shows you how strong he is. You know what I mean?
It's a man-child. He's not from this earth.
Did you guys ever play with him at club or anything outside of
it's
school?
funny because, like, we used to play against him, like, 4th grade, 3rd grade, and he was just like chubby little kid, like nothing like he is now, yelling and one every shot he took. Just a slow little chubby kid, and then I don't know.
7th, 8th
I don't know
grade.
what happens, 7th, 8th grade. Then you see him, Pete's going to Perry High School, and you see this kid is just like, he's what 6, 7 by then. Still real strong. I'm just like, we're in for a ride.
Yeah, for a crazy high school.
Yeah.
Speaking of high school, you guys played under G your 4 years.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know, that's the head coach of Basha basketball. What was it like playing under him?
Yeah. I think the best thing you could take from him is, like, he wanted your absolute best. Like, it really pushed us to, keep working harder. He was great to play under, just like, cared about us a lot, always pushed us on the court, and then off the court, his kids really loved us. So we'd always go, either over at his house or just like here, loved playing with us. So, like, it was just fun to play with him, and just like a great guy.
Yeah. That's definitely right about how he pushed us. Like, he wanted what was best for us. He loved us, and so I think what I take from that is, like, if I'm a boss one day, if I'm a coach one day, I got to push my people. I got to push my employees, just to do their best, because that's how you're gonna be successful is just getting the best out of yourself and always pushing and working hard.
If there's one thing that you could say to Grodehouse about how he coached you guys, something positive, what would you say? What would you say is his best thing that he did?
He just wasn't scared to say how he feels, you know what I mean? Like, he's just one of those guys that's, like, very straightforward, and like, I really, like, respect that, because as much as it sucks sometimes hearing it, always, yelling, like, I respect that he's very straightforward and tells you what's on his mind. So that's very positive. I like from him.
Yeah, I'll second that. Just that he's not afraid of your feelings. Like, he's gonna push you. And he's gonna say what he wants you, or he's gonna say what he wants to say in order to get the best out of you. So I respect that.
I got one final question for myself before I let Gavin ask anything he's got. And you guys talked about community service earlier and helping give back to your community. So what type of legacy do you hope to leave here at Basha?
So me and Will were courtside savages this year. We helped, do the student sections for the football games. Obviously, we couldn't for the basketball games because we were playing. But honestly, I hope people can just see us as just leaders and just like guys that were just always happy to be here, and just like honestly, just like bright, people just always having a smile, talking with, building relationships with everyone. So just stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd say just definitely getting involved in your school. Being proud of being at Basha. That's something that we are like. We're proud to, even be courtside savages, just to, like, yell, cheer, like, get flipped off in the student section, get players mad at us. Like, that's just something, like, like, that's what we enjoy, we enjoy just, being around sports, being around games, building relationships with others. And I think that's the legacy I want to leave is just, to, be kind people, just make friends, get involved in your school, and you really just, like, have spirit.
Just have a fun high school career. Just, like, do things, because, like, one day you're going to look back and just wish you could have just made the most of it. So just, like, doing little things, like going to the football games, you know what I mean? Just, like, stuff like that.
And, like, why would you not want to watch us? Like, why would you not want to watch, Mason McGee flying around and shooters? Like, it's just, like, what better, like, could you do than this?
It's a great community.
Especially with the, environments we get, like playing Perry, like why would you not want to
You don't get a
there?
rivalry like that.
Yeah,
like in
exactly.
Other places.
Are you guys going to leave the courtside Savages in good hands then on whoever you pass it down to?
Yeah, we've kind of decided who we're going to choose next year. We're going to keep that disclosed. But you kind of just look throughout the year on juniors who show up to a lot of games and show spirit and just yell constantly. So we found the 4 guys we're going to choose next year.
All right. Well, stay tuned for that. We'll be excited. These guys have done a great job. Our football games were amazing this year. And for you guys playing basketball, I saw the second half of our basketball season was packed with the stands. So you guys did a great job at helping with all of that this season. Gavin, you got anything?
Now, I wanted to ask, what are you guys going to take from being a Basha Bear to going on to that next part of your life, going into college?
So it's funny because Baylor is actually the Bear. So, once a Bear, always a Bear kind of stays with us because, we'll still be a Baylor Bear for the next 4 years. So I think what we're going to take is, it's like cliche, like everyone just says, like working hard, but we're going to continue to work hard. We've always had straight A's, so we're hoping to keep that. I mean, it's definitely going to be a little step up, but just staying in communion with others, finding good friends, finding a church out there. I think we're going to keep that.
Yeah, I think
being loud at football games, basketball. Now we're going to be able to go to basketball games and just chirp and all that
stuff. For other people.
I would definitely want to try to be a student section leader at Baylor. I just think we have so many good friends here. I'm really going to bring that to, the college level, just making friends and just talking with anybody. And so just that's probably the biggest thing. Obviously, we've been successful in our studies, so I think take that to the next level as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
guys, thanks for coming on. Gavin, you have any final thoughts?
No, I just really appreciate you guys coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
It's been fun,
It was a pleasure watching you guys play our 3 years of high school for me and Gavin so far. We're excited to see what you guys do with the Courtside Savages next year, whoever's hands you leave it in. Like we said with Gavin, thank you for coming on to Table Talk.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure having you guys on. Guys, this has been Will and Sam Zanoni, the twin dominators of the Basha basketball team, an unstoppable force. Thank you guys for coming on. This has been Table Talk Episode 3. I'm your host, Jayden Ricken. This is Gavin Wilson, and you'll catch us next week with a very special interview again.
Stay tuned.